YouTube, YouTube. I'm early. I am 2 minutes early. Take that. I've been late the last five Wednesdays. I've been late. I'm early tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like I figured I owed you guys. To be 2 minutes early. So here I am. Early on this fine Wednesday. How's everybody out there doing? How is the YouTube squad doing today? Desperation Pinocchio in the house. Yvonne in the house. What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. How's everybody doing, man? Man, we had a crazy weekend. Crazy weekend of arm wrestling. Absolutely wild. Insane. Washington State's king of the table. Marcia Barbosa, Wayne Withers, Supermatch. Crazy weekend. I got a lot to cover. I want to kind of go over the matches, get my thoughts on it real quick once we get everybody in here. Daniel Yerk, why you aren't late for once? I'm early. Y'all late. Everybody else is late. I was here. Where you guys been, man? No, I hopped on it. I was going to wait, until exactly 4:30, but I figured I need to come in a couple minutes early. Let them know I mean business. Let's go. Brandon says, hey, Derek, crazy weekend indeed. I agree, man. Levon Gasparini, Inge just announced Evan versus Schoolboy. Yeah, we'll talk about that. What's up, boss? Tuning in from Indiana says Robert Scheidler. What's going on, Robert? Thanks for coming through. Brad Becker, will John continue to focus on his YouTube channel? I wonder. I don't know. Has he posted anything since? I haven't looked at his channel. Has he posted anything since the match? Huz says, hey, what's up, Derek? Would you mind checking out some Pakistan arm wrestling and giving your opinion? Love these live streams. Also, I see the baby face is slowly going away. Yeah. Going back to Grizzly. Huz, do me a favor. Find me on Instagram and send me a link to some Pakistani arm wrestling channels, and I'll check out the content. Actually, I need to do another review, so maybe I'll do one on some of their stuff. Specifically, it have to be like video, like around 10 minutes or under. I'm not going to do any really long stuff. So, but yeah, I'm definitely down to check out some Pakistani arm wrestling, 100%. Texas Prana in the house. First member to tune in. What's going on? Can't stay, but wanted to say what up. What up, Mike? Throttle Villain, do fine. Okay. All right. Cybernetic Module says, you see Todd's recent upload smashing Ron Bath and Corey. Thoughts? I did. Yeah. I did see that practice. Michael was looking good. Larry Bastard says, sup, man? Where do you rank Alex Kerdecha? I want to see him versus Dave. So in my rankings, in my head, Levon, Vitaly, Devon. I think you have to put Mike's beating Dave last time they pulled. So you have to put Mike above Dave. And then that's where Alex and Dave are in a toss up in my head. So about fifth, I think that's a match I really want to see. So around fifth. Daniel, did you get to pull Mario from Australia? Colin Stewart, what's going on? The only person that ever says my last name correctly. Good. Al Smith. When the sport finally banned the Kings move, it's holding sport back in terms of new viewers. That is one thing I agree on. I have a lot of opinions on the Kings move, but one negative kind of opinion I have is I do think that when brand new people see the Kings move, I do think it kind of shies them away from the sport a little bit. Because you got to think the standard person like walking down the street, at least in North America or that I know of, thinks arm wrestling is still really old school. Thinks it's just that, right? Just rotator cuff and just inside, internal rotation. So the opposite of that, like the furthest thing from what people already think arm wrestling is, would be the Kings move, right? So I think it does make them go like, what the hell is going on? So I do think on as far as images go, I think I don't know if it's the best thing. But yeah. Top Roll King Productions, send link. All right. Text Brown with the super chat, 499 super chat. Thank you so much, Mike. This is for your betting money that you're going to lose when I crush your boy. Michael Edwards has a super match on January 9th out here in Southern California. Him and the guy named Frank will be flying out here to have some super matches with the local Southern California guys. Excited to host that. So you guys keep an eye out there. January 9th, we'll have that. I'll probably put the matches up on my channel. So watch out for that. Will Klingman and the Texas Prana himself. Let's see. How many people we got 31 people in here. Joe Fox manhandled him in the after pulls. Got a slow Bowen. Got to pull Allen Bound and Artem as well. Okay. Yeah, definitely strong. One of the top guys in Oceania region. Yeah, Mario looks like a beast. We need more matches. He's going to be coming through my practice supposedly in like a week or two. So I'm excited to pull them. Alan Fishman says, "Hey, what's up, everyone?" Oh, hi, to Derek, I guess. What's going on, Alan? The Schmo, I don't care about the ranks. When are you smashing some fools next? Well, hopefully the next person I'm going to smash, hopefully, will be Tim Breslin, right? January 29th. That's my super match. I am prepping. I just got back from the gym 20 minutes ago or so. Felt good. I've been doing a lot of table time the last few weeks. So I'm going to go back to some heavy gym work for a little while, get those numbers back up, just getting a little beat up from all the gym. From all the table time. So it'd be nice to relax on the joints for a little bit and go back to focusing on some of these big muscles. Let's see. You can see the desperation in the King's move. Haha. Says Larry Bastard. Jared Larson. What's up, Derek? Do you think Mike should ask for Kurdecha instead? It's already set with Gennady. I mean, in terms of ranking, that would be a cool match to see, but it's pretty set with Gennady, and I'm excited to see Gennady. I think you know what? This is going to segue into all my thoughts on the King of the Table matches. Let's just get into that right now. What are we at? 37 people, 18 likes. Okay, this is where we're going to start, guys. I'll try to catch up, but I'm going to stop doing the comments right there and start talking about King of the Table. So, King of the Table first match was Gennady and Ermes. So those of you guys that follow me know that I predicted Gennady to win. I was completely wrong. Gennady ended up losing 4-2. So the thing I was banking on the Gennady match was even if Ermes had too much hand for Gennady, previously Gennady had shown he's okay flop pressing. Gennady's hook is at a super high level. Like he has a lot of tools. He's shown over time he has a lot of tools. And I know it was really frustrating for a lot of people that I know that are Gennady fans as well as myself to see what looked like him not really adjusting too much. Maybe because he's gotten so big, it's hard for him to get his shoulder behind it or anything like that. But it almost looked like he just kept trying to contain or roll, but he was really just trying to fight Ermes' top roll, which is weird. I really thought he'd be more offensive than that. He looked strong as hell. I mean, he was able to hold Ermes without his wrist for a good portion of the time. But that really shocked me. I didn't see it in my head going that way. I was wrong. Ermes was able to control his hand every time, Gennady's hand, and finish it out. So props to Ermes. I was wrong. Ermes is a beast. I mean, I know he's a beast, but I thought Gennady would have too many options. So that one happened. Then we got Larry Wheels and Brandon Allen. Okay, so both my friends for sure. I've obviously spent a little more time talking to Brandon Allen as of recently because Larry's in Dubai with Levon and everybody else. So you don't want to talk to little old me. But going into the match, when I was talking to Brandon Allen, I said, hey, Brandon, I was pretty sure Larry was fundamentally stronger than Brandon Allen in most arm wrestling moves, hooking, top roll, wrist, kind of a lot of ways. I think Larry is stronger than Brandon Allen, but Brandon had a King's move, and I tested that King's move like a week or two before Brandon went on his trip. And unless Larry is way stronger than me right now, when I gripped Brandon low, like a really fair, normal grip, and I tried to jam sideways, I couldn't go through Brandon Allen's King's move. Like just without climbing or doing any extra stuff, just going straight sideways, I couldn't. And so I told Brandon, I said, like the night before and the days leading up to it, I said, if you can just get inside Larry's head enough to have him start slamming sideways against your King's move, I think he'll just bash his head against the wall until his elbow and his bicep and everything are blown out. And that's kind of what happened. I mean, I was surprised because I think Larry has enough fundamental strength to climb and to finish that match. I was surprised that he didn't, wasn't posting or climbing as much. That really shocked me. I did not. I didn't know how that was going to go, but it worked. I mean, he went against Brandon's King's move and got all gassed out, and that was the end of that. So props to Brandon. Larry, if you're watching this, dude, you're strong as hell. I mean, that's random that you're going to come across a King's move and a guy, under like 2 years that has a solid King's move at that level. So that's kind of random. But don't get down on yourself, man. Then there was the Devon and John match. So my prediction for that was that Devon would win. I thought John could take a round or two. So obviously, I guess I was wrong on that. I mean, it was close. It was close. Devon definitely shit his pants a little bit, rolling out. But John was not able to have the hand control necessary to pin him. Like, I mean, I said, you guys, that match is going to come down to King's move versus John's hand and wrist. And can he control Devon's King's move? That's where it came. John, I was hoping he would be able to a round or two. Turns out he could not. And that was the end of it. For whatever reasons. Everybody's probably already in the comments commenting, yeah, but it's webbing and this, that, and, if they didn't have the straps and this, that. Okay, we're just talking about what actually happened and what the results were. So John's hand ended up failing in the end. And I know it's an insane hand, but just, in that angle with that move, he was not able to contain. And once Devon tired him out, John was done so. So I'm really interested in what John does after this. I'm not sure about his current plans, but we'll see where he goes after that. Okay, so that was King of the Table. Let me try to catch up on some of the chats. I know you guys are taking off on me. And then we'll touch on Washington State's and Marcio and Wayne. RVJ Live, y'all should join each other. What? I don't even thinking I'm subscribing to RVJ, to be honest. Do we pulled in? Yeah, I was drunk. You were toasted, blah, blah, blah. Where would Monster Michael Todd be without the King's move? He would be pressing. So a lot of people think, okay, Michael Todd wouldn't be anything without the King's move because, his arm opens up and that's all he has is that bone lock. But if he didn't have that bone lock, then he wouldn't be relying on that and he would be a different style puller, right? So to assume that he wouldn't adapt and change and push himself and be successful in some other lane, that I still think Mike is an insane competitor, has a crazy work ethic. So I still think Mike would be at a super high level. But who knows? Who knows? Really, it's just guesswork. Al Smith said, "Did you see the training video of Dave Chafee pinning Hutchings like 40 times in a row? I want to see Dave versus Gardecha or even Ermes." Yeah, I did see that. That's crazy. Todd was barely able to get any wins to the very end of practice. Cybernetic Module, I feel like the line between the King's move and open top roll is so fine that it's hard to regulate. Well, a King's move by definition is your arm has to be unable to open up, right? Like literally the way the name came around, the way the name was invented was because their arms could not open. They stopped at a certain angle because of so much, so many injuries and so much destruction on their elbows over the years that they had gained the ability or lost the ability, however you want to look at it, to open up their arm. So these were the kings of the sport being able to do it. Guys that have been in the sport for 20, 30 years, right, that have so much damage from throwing themselves in matches. And so it was a king's move, right? That's how the name came around. So if you don't have an actual elbow bone lock, then it would just be like an open top roll or just be like some kind of open pulling move. Yeah. Let's see. After you beat Tim, will you go for Jerry next? I don't know, man. I'm not going to think past Tim at all. I have no idea. I'm just going to be as big and strong as I could possibly be for Tim, and we'll see what that looks like, and we'll see where I go from there. Danny Eric's fresh right off. Blah 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 blah. Still talking about after pulling. Emmanuel Henriquez says, "Yo, Derek, I don't know if you already talked about it. What do you think about Mario beating Cody this last week?" Mario beating Cody. That's Washington State's. So Mario is awesome. That's my boy. I've been on the Mario and Andy show. Mario is hilarious. I can't wait to hang out with him. That's my boy for sure. Cody is very strong right-handed for sure. Definitely very strong. It was a good match. He went to a hook and he was able to pull through Cody Merritt pretty convincingly, especially I think the second time they pulled. So that was awesome. It's not, if people are basing the fact that Mario beat, they're celebrating the fact that Mario beat Cody based off Cody's left-handed achievements. It's still a great win. Cody is ranked I think they ranked him 12th in North America right-handed, but he's a far cry from his left hand. But that's still an awesome win. 100% still. But everybody's freaking out about Mario beating Cody right-handed. He's a pretty hardcore lefty, guys. And I don't want to say it like I'm shitting on Mario. I love Mario. But yeah, comparing his left and his right, Cody's like night and day a little bit. But it's still a great win. That's still 12th in U.S. heavyweights, ranked right hand. That's still a fantastic win. But just don't he beat the 12th ranked right-handed super heavyweight, and that's fantastic. But don't get it confused with Cody's left hand because it's a big difference, right? But congratulations, Mario. It looked awesome. Let's see. Finally catching him alive. Henry Ball, another member in the house, is finally catching alive. Hard schedule for us EU folks. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Y'all really thought Cody beats Mario? Let's see. Gennady's form looks off. Says, "Oh wow, yeah." I'm trying to catch up with you guys. Sorry. Everybody's having a conversation in the chat right now, so it's hard to read in between all their conversation. RBJ is live right now. You should go on a Zoom call. I'd have to try to set that up ahead of time. Is it a huge weakness in side pressure? Says Larry Bastard. Is what a huge weakness in side pressure? Please elaborate. Who are you talking about? Which match? Hey, Wheels. Yvonne says, yeah, 285 Devon struggled against John, but he will face Levon. 285 Devon struggled against John in the first round. I agree. Larry Bastard. John is adamant that he will have the hand strength in 6 months. Oh, he did say that? Good. So John has some fight in him. Good. I'm glad he's not just down on himself. Awesome. Let's see. Michael Todd has said the new version of him won't be relying on the Kings move. Hey, awesome. What's up, Artem? He says, hi. The Schmo says, Michael Todd hitting a lot harder than he used to. People are going to be very surprised. Hell yeah. Michael can stand and hook. Yeah, he can. His hook, right-handed, is because his range of motion only goes like that tight as well. It goes like that open and that tight. So his hook, it's hard for him to get – he can't get his shoulder behind it and get really tight. So his hook has to be like really draggy. But yeah, he can hook for sure. See, Tex Prana did good for only 5 days arm wrestling. Daniel Roger Collins in the house, another member, says, hi, Derek. What's up, man? Good. I love seeing the members here in the chat. Those of you guys who don't understand the membership thing, right down there next to the subscribe button, there's a join button. If you guys want to join and be a member of the channel, get a cool little icon. And also, you get some exclusive content only meant for members, not meant for anybody else, just members. Watch Me Wax Mario Left this Sunday. Oh, you're going to release the video? You beat Mario left-handed? Lorenzo Munoz in the house. What's up, home slice? Let's see. Keyless 123. What's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. And I'm almost caught up to the chat right now. Eastside Arm Wrestling says, competing in the first ever Singapore Nationals this weekend. Hope all goes well. Hey, good luck, man. Have fun and stay safe. Those are the most important things. And just keep your mind open. Learn as much as you can. But dude, excited. That'd be awesome. Send me some videos on Instagram of you pulling. I'd love to see it. Okay, so Washington State's, from what I saw, Brandon Alcester looked like a monster. He was doing really well. Jordan, it was more highlights. I haven't sat down and watched all the matches yet. There was a ton of high-end pullers in that building. Apparently, that building was tiny. My boy Gage Jordan, who was on my team, who moved up there not a year ago, but coming up on a year, like 6-7 months ago. He did really well left-handed. He walked through Artem left-handed, and he got second at 232s. Apparently, he got a win on Jacob Abbott left-handed as well, one pin on him. And then Jacob came back and beat him later. But his right did not do too well. Artem beat Gage right-handed. I was talking to him after. He says his wrist is still I was waiting to talk to you, Artem, about that because you knew I was going to give you shit about it. You knew I was going to give you crap about it. But it's surprising because I thought you would have a better chance with Gage lefty and he would have a better shot with you righty. But his right wrist is jacked up. He can't. Come on, he didn't walk. I mean, it's a press. Presses are fast. I mean, it's not like he just toyed with you, but in his move is a fast, powerful move. So, I mean, I just stopped him for like 0.5 seconds. But yeah, so Artem killed it. Artem won the right-handed round robin. How many people? That was an 8-man round robin, right, Artem? So Artem won that, and I think Artem was the sub. I don't think he was supposed to be in it originally. I think it was supposed to be Justin Green, and Artem took his place, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's awesome, Artem. Congratulations, man. And then Daniel Urich from the moderator in the chat here was competing in there. Some other guys from Discord were in there. So that tournament looked awesome. It looked sick. I wish I was there. I am currently tied down and prepping for my Tim match. That's all I care about right now. So Devon's Farm says, I'm making a psychological breakdown of how Devon approached the King of Table 2 match. Damn. Okay. All right. He always beats me. You guys only compete against him. What are you talking about? He always beats me. You guys, that's like, okay, that was the second time I think you guys have ever competed against each other. You tripping. Okay, so then Marcio and Wayne match, right? I don't know if you guys saw the clips of that. That was weird. Kind of weird. I mean, I know Marcio has more lanes. He's more well-rounded than Wayne. And I know Marcio was the favorite. But I was kind of hoping that Wayne would get into his move and maybe like have a match and fire off. The first match went to the straps, and then Marcio kind of just hit through Wayne like pretty fast. Like it didn't seem like Wayne was able to really start grinding in there. And then the next two matches, Wayne tried to run. Marcio held onto his thumb and pinned him. Like it was so. I don't. Okay, it's not the word's not disappointing. I really want to see a grind. I want to see Wayne get into his move and really see if Marcio could stop Wayne in his move. I was excited to see that. Instead, just Marcio was just too aggressive, and it was just over. It was just over, and that was it. So it didn't tell me a lot in terms of like where Wayne is strength wise. Too much. More just how explosive and aggressive Marcio can be, which is awesome, right? So congratulations, Marcio. Wayne, I know you're still a beast, bud. Yeah, I don't know why you call that Marcio too, because he's ranked as a heavyweight. Or I don't know the terms. I don't know if you called him out or how that went down. But I'm surprised you weren't going for a super heavyweight. Okay, let's see. How do you match up against RVJ? From Justin Bennett. I'm not. We're in completely different weight classes. I don't know. I've never pulled RVJ. I never even thought about pulling RVJ. I don't know. We'd have to find out one day. RJ, me and you, we should arm wrestle at some point. I'm sure we will. I'll come out there to the East Coast. I'm sure we'll cross paths at some point. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm a lot bigger guy than RVJ, but he has that monster hand. So who knows? Wait, they offered that spot in the round robin to Mario, but they said he is too strong, so they chose me instead. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. What rank is Marcio? Is Marcio placed? Marcio is ranked in the heavyweight, so in the 242s. I don't know. Is he number one or he's like top three? 1, 2, or 3. I think Ron's up there, and who else is up there? Top 3. But yeah, he's somewhere up there. I'd have to see. Marcio looking mega. I agree. Yeah. So, okay, sorry, I was just catching up on the chat, you guys. It's weird. There's a lot of like conversations going on in the chat with Artem and everybody. Artem is just killing the chat game right now. Just all over that chat room. He must be chilling. So what else was I was going to talk about? What do you guys? Okay, I got an idea. That was one. The Schoolboy versus Evan Burgoyne. What? What a random match. What a random match. Like, how, what? That, like, I just found out about that today. Like, how did Evan land a match with Schoolboy in Turkey? It's just so random. The whole thing is so random. Evan Burgoyne, drunk shit talker dude from Canada, like my boy, but just like, and Schoolboy, unattainable, never talks at all, doesn't speak English, far away in Russia, doesn't even ever get on YouTube besides when his brother films him, not involved in this like inner community like that Evan is. In a match, an Ingen Terzi setup match. What is going on? Like, it's so random to me. It's just such a random match. It's so, I would have thought in a million years, like that match, I would never have predicted that match would happen. That's absolutely insane. Yeah. So, okay. So in terms of a prediction, it's right-handed, right? So Evans, I think he's more, is Evans right? Is trash on the side pulling him and his hands was meh. Yeah. As far as I know, Evans better lefty. and this is a right-handed match. I think Schoolboy's gonna be too much for Evan. Evan, I love you. If you're in here watching, I know you come in here and you hang out and watch. I feel like first off, I feel like Alex is amazing. He's an amazing arm wrestler. Evan's really good too, but Alex is young and up and coming, and he's stronger, and he did fantastic over at WAF. Dude, I think Schoolboy's is a heavy favorite. I mean, we'll see in the stakings, but I feel in the staking it's going to be crazy lopsided. Everybody's going to vote for Schoolboy and put their money on Schoolboy. So, yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm going to cheer for Evan on this one. I don't think he's the favorite. I'm on Team Evan though. Evan, I'm on Team Evan for sure, 100%. I don't know the date of that match off the top of my head. Can someone help me out with the date of the East versus West matches? I would appreciate it. J-Web Fitness says barbecue. Yep. You guys had a barbecue today. I have stuff I have to do. What do you think is the best height for arm wrestling? Says Brian Edward. I don't think you need to be height. Now, are we talking about? You're not talking about arm length, right? You're talking about height, like how tall you need to be. I don't think you need to be that tall. I mean, yeah, I don't think I really don't think it matters too much. The only thing that matters is that you're tall enough to get your competing shoulder directly over your elbow. If you can't stand up tall enough to get your shoulder over your elbow, then you're at a disadvantage. But as soon as you're there, so I think that in order to do that, I mean, depending on how you're built, I think that's like, 5. Like, I think you need to be taller than 5'8". I think anything under that, you start having problems getting tight at the front of the pad. So I think that would be a disadvantage in terms of just height. We're not talking about arm length. But anything above that, I mean, eventually you'll get too tall where it's hard for you you'll be a little too lanky. It's hard to incorporate a lot of your muscles. So we'll say between 5'9" and I don't know, I'm 6'8". I feel pretty comfortable on the table, height-wise. 6'8" to 5'9", somewhere in there in terms of height, right? But yeah, arm length is kind of a different conversation. But yeah, is it weird that I'm listening to this in the shower? Yes, Artem, stop scrubbing your naked body while you're listening to me talk, man. It's weird. I mean, I get it. I'm not saying I don't get it. I get it. I'm just saying it's weird at the same time. I can acknowledge that it's weird. Al Smith says, do you think Michael Todd deserves a match with anyone in the top 3? He seems to think so, though he got crushed by Devon. Okay, Al, this is an unpopular opinion of mine, and a lot of people don't agree with it. I think Mike is a lot stronger than we saw against Devon. I think Devon was amazing that day, the strongest Devon we've ever seen. But I also think that's the weakest Mike we've seen in a long time. I think that was even Mike and Devon agree with me that he was weaker against Devon in their last match than he was in the last time they pulled a WAL. So I think that we'll see a stronger Michael. I'm not saying that he would have beaten Devon that day. I'm just saying that he was really weak that day. So I think Mike's still in the conversation. I think to rule Mike out because he loses one match is kind of silly a little bit. I think he still deserves a chance. At top 3, maybe he needs a match like Gennady or someone, that's top like 7, 8, right? A match right there to kind of prove to everybody, guys, I'm still here. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, I'm still Michael Todd. Like, destroy these ranked 7, 8 guys. I'm definitely in the top, whatever. Maybe that's what he needs, right? Maybe that's what he needs just to kind of calm everybody down. Like, whoa, guys. Yeah, I lost to Devon, but, I'm still here. Check yourselves. Hey, guys, real quick, can we get a like spike up on this? We're at 78 viewers, 44 likes. It's like halvesies. Can we get a quick like spike? You guys close out the live chat, hit the thumbs up button, reopen the live chat. I appreciate it. If you guys can do that, helps out a ton. Real quick, I always forget this, right? So, guys, I am now moderators. If you guys can please plug this, any moderators that are in the chat, filthypowerindustries.com. Use the discount code AWDerek15. Save yourself 15% on Brandon Allen's clothing line, right? This is the NatFit hat. Actually, this is one of my other sponsors, natfit.com. It's natfitnation.com. Discount code AWDerek. Save yourself 10% on supplements. But yeah, you guys. So I'm the first sponsored athlete, actually for both of these brands, for NatFit and for Filthy Power. But check them out, you guys. Use my discount code. I really appreciate it, especially I just signed the contract with with Filthy Power. If you guys can go buy some merch, and their stuff's awesome. I wear their stuff all the time. Brandon Allen has awesome clothing line. So one of my moderators, please plug that into the chat. I would really appreciate it. You guys go buy that. It shows that I'm pushing the brand, and it helps me out a lot. Thanks, guys. Anyway, back here. Where we at? Turbo King, 6 foot plus. Yeah, maybe. Oliver Marth, what about wingspan? I'm 6'8", and me and Devon have the exact same fingertip to elbow measurement. We've measured before. It's the exact same. So I have short arms for my height, or he has really long arms for his height. One of the two. I think there's starting with your elbow at the back of the pad sucks. Starting with your elbow at the front of the pad, but having to dump your wrist can suck. If you have a long arm, hooking, if someone hooks and pulls way back and opens up your bicep, it's not optimal. I think you just have to learn how to work with what you have. I am a little jealous of guys with shorter forearms sometimes and how tight they can get back and how they can use a lot of back pressure when I can't. I mean, in terms of like sliding their elbow back, I have to more post. I have to do like a hammer curling motion with my elbow more planted. Think Alex Gerdetcha, right? He keeps his elbow at the front right of the pad and curls up, and then once he has your hand, then he slides for the pin. I have to do stuff like that, like keep my elbow forward because of the length of my arm, because I want to fight for height. So I don't know, but I mean, guys like Voskin and those guys, if you get tight enough, you can slam, get super tight and compact, and that's awesome too. So I think a nice mix, something like John Brzenk, I think it's somewhere in the middle ground would be optimal. Because when you got to think, when a short arm guy decides to top roll me, he can get his arm vertical at the front of the pad, which is crazy, right? So his angle is straight up with his riser engaged. That's a tough angle. Meanwhile, I'll have to slide back or slant my angle or low hand him to try to beat that, right? So it kind of sucks sometimes. So I think there's a happy medium somewhere in between there. I can't remember the exact numbers, guys, though, about how long my forearm is. First time I pulled Derek, it was awkward. I had to use 2 pads to be equal in length. When's the Tim match? Tim match is January 29th. Originally, or it's as of right now, it's still in Atlantic City. It might get moved to San Diego. Tim's considering it because there's a tournament in San Diego that same day, and I would love to do it in San Diego. And why would Tim want to be over there where it's snowing? You know, Tim, wouldn't you want to come to Southern California? You know, all trip paid for. You know, come on out, man. Come on out down here to Southern California. Now, once again, I am the challenger to Tim. I'm paying Tim $1,000 just for taking the match, and I will go to Tim. No problem. But if he wants to come to Southern California, I just threw it out there to Tim. I said, it'll be paid for, man. Flight, hotel, I'll get you out here. Just let me know if you're down to have the match in San Diego. Sunny San Diego in the middle of the winter? Come on. I mean, also, you know, it'd be my backyard, so I'd be able to sleep in my own bed. That'd be cool. EC says, I think Mike was sick and doesn't want to make excuses. Remember, he was taking all the cold meds? Yeah. David says, the standard person walking down the street doesn't care for traditional arm wrestling, as King's Move has increased popularity, the sport has as well. Okay, so you're saying King's Move has increased popularity of the sport. Yeah, I mean, it's brought eyes to people like, what the hell is that? And they looked into arm wrestling, I guess. But also, I don't know. I know that people have looked at it and thought that that's injury prone and that looks insane and they don't want to take part of that. I've had people tell me that at my work. So I don't know. Jeremy James says, just tuned in. When did you lose to Devon? I had a suit match with Devon, if you want to call it a suit match. I had a backyard match with no referee and 2-day notice against Devon Larrett. What was that? Was it like a year ago, year and a half ago? Yeah, he hit me up and he's like, hey, I'm going to be in town. It was like 2 or 3 days notice. He's like, you want to have a match? And I was like, I'm not going to say no. Like, of course, yeah, let's do it. And so we had a super match and he had a King's Move. He had to run. I mean, similar to so many people, right? He opened up. I lost my wrist, or actually my elbow got burnt out before my wrist did. I maintained my cup for a little while. And then my elbow was just frying. Like I couldn't drive sideways, and then it got tired, and then I was done. But there was no refs. It was just kind of like a backyard little makeshift super match. But that was like a year and a half ago. I forget. Something like that. Alpha Kenny one says, sup, Derek? Sorry I've not been watching your streams lately. It's okay. Apology accepted. But don't mess up again, man. I need you to be on top of that. Kratos says, love you, Derek. Love you too. Predictions for Hutchings and Lachlan. I think Lachlan is at a very high level. I do. I think he's pretty well rounded. That match with Ryan Bowen showed me a lot. There's places I was wondering how strong Lachlan would be, and he looked very strong against Ryan in certain spots. Now the question would be, how strong is Ryan? We don't know, but Lachlan definitely impressed me in that match. But it's Todd Hutchings. To predict that Lachlan will beat Todd Hutchings is kind of like, to predict it is I don't know, man, craziest resume ever. And Todd's taking it very serious. I don't know. It's hard to predict Todd losing that match. So I'm gonna go with Todd. With I think Lachlan's won, and then Todd adjusts, kind of like the Corey West match. Maybe Lachlan gets one, kind of shocks Todd, and Todd adjusts, and then it's kind of over after that. I think, in my opinion. But I'm really excited to see it. Blake, Tennessee Titan Perry, what's going on, bud? Says, check it in, big dog. Hope all is good your way. Yes, everything's fine out here. Prep for Tim. Things are going great, Blake. I hope you are well. You guys check out Blake's YouTube channel. Where are my moderators in the chat? Did all my moderators dip out? That's it. Daniel, you're fired. I need some moderators in here. Lorenzo, I'm making you a moderator. Wait, how do I make you? I don't know how to make you a moderator. Oh, wait. Add moderator. There we go. Lorenzo, you're a moderator. Lorenzo's on my arm wrestling team. He's like my best friend in real life. So, Artem, making you a moderator. Anyway, so if someone can plug Blake Perry's YouTube channel in the chat, I really appreciate it, guys. Give him a follow. Blake is a monster. The dude is crazy strong. You guys go give him a follow for sure. No One Special 321 says, Derek, have you pulled Jacob Abbott before? The guy is a sleeping beast. Beat Jordan Silk, Washington State. Wish he traveled more to arm wrestle. I have not competed with Jacob. I know of Jacob well. I've talked to him, but I've never crossed paths with him. Yeah, he is up north. At some point, I want to go visit my buddy Gage. Probably not while it's snowing up there, but at some point, I want to go up there and visit my buddy and catch a practice with Jacob for sure. Yeah, super strong, very accomplished arm wrestler. Yeah, he runs an awesome team. Team Strong Arm, huge, dude. They run like 7 tables every practice. They have like a ton of people. So it's an amazing team up there. So I would love to go up there and catch a practice with those guys and really see how strong Jacob really is. You know, watch him just dust me, just throw me across the table. Keyless 123, tip of elbow to fingertip is 21 inches. What's the highest class I should be competing given that arm length? I don't know. I don't know numbers like that, man. I don't know how long everybody's form is. I don't know how long mine is. I just know it's as long as Devin's. Sorry, I wish I was. I'm not that nerdy about it, like in terms of like knowing the numbers. So I wish I had a better answer for you, Keyless. I don't know. There's all these guys that I talk to on Discord. They all know how thick their wrist is, how long their palm is wide and long, and like they know all the exact numbers. I'm not that guy. I think it's because I've always been like the biggest guy around, so I never really worried about weight and height and arm length and stuff like that because I was just usually the biggest, so it was kind of whatever. But yeah, I never get into that really. I know that when I got pumped up at practice, my forearms got to 19s, and then my biceps were, I think the last time we measured, I think I hit 22 when I was pumped up. I know those measurements, and this was a little over 9 inches from here to my fingertip. It was like a little over 9 inches. That's the only ones I know. Kratos, if your wrist is bigger, like thick and wide, you would be unstoppable, right? I'm just going to have to take a bunch of growth hormone and get it nice and thick. RVJ stepping on your live. Bummer, says ECEC. I'm not worried about RVJ, man. The real ones are in here. I mean, what's RVJ talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? What's he talking about? Was he mad? He wants another weight class. He wants a couple more weight classes. You know what I mean? He wants a 242 to 262 weight class, and maybe like a 262 to 282 weight class. You know, I want a weight class above me. I'm 350. I want a 350 and below weight class. I don't want to be pulling a 360 guys, you know, because those 360 guys are rough. I'll have one guy in my weight class. It'll be me every single time. Everybody will get moved up because these tournaments are way too small. There's like 3 guys in super heavyweights. Just keep chopping that class up. So every guy will be by himself. And then what's going to happen? They're going to merge all the classes together anyway. Like super duper heavyweight class with 2 guys in it. Let's see. Brian Edwards said, I saw a video. Gennady buckled his own wrist and back pressure off go. I didn't get it. His arm looked strong. Why didn't he go forward? I don't know, David. I was kind of wondering the same thing. Brian Edwards, I saw a video of the King's move recently, and it made a lot of sense. The way the King's move is effective is the fact that your pronation is much stronger the more your hand is supinated. Wait, what? Okay, wait. The way King's move is effective is the fact that your pronation is much stronger the more your hand is supinated. What? Okay, hold on. Wait. Your pronation, hand is supinated. I'm so confused because in a King's move, they're rotating out. They're pronating. I'm not with you on that one, Brian. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. It's not clicking for me. I'm like trying to do the math and numbers or, huh? Okay. Lorenzo says, and Devon was trying to cheat in your match. Yeah, he's a cheater. So basically, you rotate your body sideways and make your arm at the maximum supinated position. All right. I'm gonna have to digest that a little bit. Stevie Diamond says, yeah, so it is roids. I don't know what that was in response to. Lorenzo, okay, what do I do now? You post links. There you go. I appreciate you guys posting links. Artem, you can plug your link too. Super chat from Ermes, grasp a weenie. $5 super chat with the weenie being grasped. Says the weenie was greater than the hairy Gennady. He was that day. He definitely was. That was Ermes' day for sure, 100%. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate the support for the channel. Let's see. Blake Perry says, "You see my win on Dan Mosier? LOL. My slow ass is proud of that." Hey, I did see that, Blake. I was proud of that too, man. I was worried, not like because he just what he does at Corey and everything like that. So hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, Blake. I saw you beat Dan Mosier. Hell yeah. Brian Edwards, and that's why Devon's King's move is flatter than Michael's because Devon needs to rotate more because he has a wider supinated range of motion than Michael's permanently pronated arm. Okay. Steve Diamond, what's going on? Imagine if John stayed his size and kept on this trajectory, he would be dangerous to anyone. Yeah, John's always is dangerous to anyone. Notice, how that match looked. Okay, let's see. It's a very bad question. Doesn't matter. I have no idea what my size my forearm is, and I have won every class in my career from 154 to supers. You beat me no supers class. I'll tell you that, Artem. You better go back to Russia with that. You beat me no supers class. Spencer in the house. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming through, Spence. Missed you, bud. Lavin says, next time you practice, Devon, tell him to try hooking you. There's a clip where he said hook is real arm wrestling. Woo! JP Wapachi says, hey, Derek, what's going on, man? EC, Derek, your bicep and forearm are so close in measurement compared to regular non-arm wrestling guys. We should figure out that ratio for some top-level guys. ESPN 1337 says, is that Steam sounds? I mean, I have Steam. Yeah. Best troll. Al Smith, I never knew who Sabin Badulewski was until I saw how strong he was in after pulls and looked up some of his matches. Yes, Sabin is very strong. I mean, he's one of the top guys from Romania, and he's a crazy dude. He's a crazy dude. Very powerful. Had some crazy matches with Levon where Levon toyed with him, and then he went back and beat Levon the next year. I was there. I was in the crowd right when he beat Levon, watching him scream. In the video, he screams, the match is over, but he continued to scream, and he got off the stage, and he still screamed, and he was screaming, walking around for a little bit. That dude was just losing his mind, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I don't think he ended up winning that tournament. I think later in that tournament, he actually lost to one of his countrymen, another Romanian. But that was a badass victory for Sabin for sure. For sure. He has that handle. He makes those handles that Ryan Bowen has right now. The one that it like replicates an arm. It's like a spring. He has he makes those. So, I mean, shoot. dude's out here fabricating stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he's out here building stuff. Good for him. Good for Sabine. But it was weird because he was in everybody's corner in King of the Table. He was in all the losers' corner. Everybody that lost, Sabine was right there. So he was in Gennady's corner, and then he was in John's corner. Or no, and then he was in Larry's corner, and then he was in John's corner. I'm just saying that when I have eventually my big international super match, Sabine, if you could just not be in my corner, I would appreciate it. I'm not saying you caused it, but I'm just looking at the common denominator, of all three of those matches. You were in the corner for each person that lost. I'm just saying it's a funny coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Just pointing out coincidences. That's it. I'm not trying to say it's your fault. It's just kind of funny. So Al Smith or Nathan Jones, East versus West. You're like the matchmaker. What's the card look like? No. I'm not the matchmaker. So on the first one, I helped them set the matches and I helped raise money for the event. The other two, I did not take part in it. Oh, is that right? Or the second? I mean, is this the third one? I'm losing track. Anyway, one of them I was heavily involved in, and they didn't contact me for any of the decision making or any of the matches or my input on any of that at all. I'll spend some money on the pay-per-view, I don't know. But yeah, no one hit me up. They did hit me up later saying they wanted me to do a bunch of fundraising for it after they already just did all the decision making, which is kind of weird because I'm not just like some guy that's going to just randomly be your champion and go raise all the money for it when you don't have me involved in any of it. It's kind of weird that they asked for that a little bit. But I do, have a lot of respect for those guys. Ingan Terzi is my hero. So kind of weird. But yeah, I'm not involved in this one. But from what I on Facebook, it was what's the card at right now? So people kept dropping off because they got hurt. So Todd Zilla doesn't have a match right now. They're looking for one. Chance Shaw does not have a match. They're looking for one. Evan Burgoyne versus Schoolboy. Off the top of my head, dude, I'm like having a brain fart. I know there's more than that. John versus Zoloev, right? John Zink versus Zoloev. I can't think of anything more right now off the top of my head. I know there's other ones though. Jeremy James says Brian doesn't know what he's talking about. No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm not seeing what Brian was saying. It's like not computing in my head because I just see supination and pronation as such separate things. Unless he's saying his hand is supinated and then he just keeps it supinated, turns. But none of them do that. All the Kings movers focus on pronation. Sometimes it doesn't work and their hand will get supinated, but they all pronate. So that's why it's not computing in my head. Vincent Ray says Larry didn't even climb his hand not once. Why? Just why? I was kind of wondering the same thing, but he didn't. Let's go. Brandon says, have you seen Levon react to King of Table 2? It's great. No, I saw the thumbnail for that today. I really wanted to watch it. But yeah, so it's on my list of things to watch. I heard it's really funny. Levon is hilarious. That was like a very, very funny dude. I can't wait one day to see him again and hang out with him again. But I'm going to beat him at some point. So, So then we can crack jokes afterwards, Levon. After one day, when I beat Levon, we can crack jokes after and we'll laugh and have a good old time. After one day, I didn't say tomorrow, you guys. I said one day. Relax, okay? Relax. Brian Edwards, that's why the position you're in when you're doing the Kings move is actually seeing your palm because that's starting position of your Kings move. Lavin says Ingan is preparing some insane lineup for his East versus West. Yeah, he is. Ascended Master Devon Laren. Hey, Derek, important question. Do you have any tips to gain weight? Dude, I am like the best person to ask about gaining weight. No, I don't really mess with weight, you guys. I just eat and I grow. I don't think I have a metabolism. We've kind of covered this a few times. Like, I don't know if I even have a metabolism at this point. I just gain. So I don't know if I have a resting metabolism. I'll burn weight if I'm like really active. Like today, I got on the treadmill for 15 minutes. I never go past 15 minutes. I try to do, if I have time and everything, I try to do treadmill every day for 15 minutes. 15 minutes, get the heart rate up, get a nice sweat going, be able to breathe, get my fat ass on there, moving. Because I mean, I need to be able to process oxygen at some point during an arm wrestling match as well, but I don't want to do too much. And they say once you pass 15 minutes, your body starts it starts burning like protein and it synthesizes things differently. I don't know. So I'll do 15 minutes. But yeah, what was I talking about? How did I get on that? To gain weight. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I just gain. I'm the worst person. When it comes to weight classes, I'm not that guy. I just eat a lot and then I sleep a lot. And Brian Edwards still describing the King's move. And when you start seeing your back of your hand, it means you basically crack that wrist all the way back. John Brzink, is this the real John? Or is this fake? Is that the real John Brzink? John, if that's the real Brzink, then tell me you and I would know. Where's the first time I ever met you, John? If you remember. Do you think Gennady can handle the King's move? Man, okay. So leading into the Ermes match, though, I was banking on Gennady being so versatile, right? That's what I was banking on. Like Gennady has all these different moves. But if he doesn't bring that to a match with Mike, then I don't know, dude. Like, do I think his hand and wrist is going to be enough to cup in Mike and control Mike's hand from what we just saw? No. But then you immediately assume so he would press, right? He would like flop press, Will he? $5 super chat from Ermes Graspawini says, gain weight, let your woman do all the work. Oh, yeah. I mean, there you go. There you go. If you have one. I don't. But yeah. Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. I don't know. I want to say traditional Gennady could handle it. But we'll see. We'll see. But it might be a Jerry Cadwell versus Michael Todd type of scenario where Gennady's on that flop press. Maybe. But Gennady did make a video at some point just easily describing how to beat a King's move. I can't remember where it was, but he's just like in a living room somewhere and he goes, yeah, I don't know. Why does everybody have a problem with this King's move? You just blah, 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 and you just beat it. Like, what's the problem? Blah, 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 blah. Like, he's just making it seem so easy. Yeah, you just this, and this, and then you beat the King's move. It's not hard. And then I think there's like a video of him beating like a local guy trying it. Like, what's the problem? So I'm excited to see it, but man, I hope Gennady pulls out all the moves that he can do. Constipated Devon says, I may have gotten a hemorrhoid from my polo John. Hey, that first round, he may have. Clint PMK says, the Levon reaction to King of the Table 2 is great. I know, I need to watch it. Jeremy James says, I just blocked Brian. So much shivers. Oh, man, don't hate on my boy Brian. He was trying to help everybody. Agree, Levon reaction was good. West looking weak from Emmanuel Enriquez. They haven't been doing too well. Not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Although, wait, does Larry count as like Eastern now because he's in Dubai? And Brandon Allen won. He's from Las Vegas. Yeah, I mean, there's no denying that, right? The West guys have not been killing the game at all. But at the same time, on that thought, right? Everybody loves to just shit all over North American guys. They're nowhere near the European guys, but like they are near them, right? So it's like if the guy, okay, say our top 185 guy goes over there and competes against the number one 185 guy from Europe, he loses. But he's like, he would still have a good match with like the fourth or fifth best guy in the world at that weight. Is what I'm saying. Like, it is weird. They're not we don't have the number one guys in lighter weight classes, but it's not far off either. I mean, if you saw Tony Katowski and Bojidar Simeonov, Tony lost his hand or whatever, but his bicep held up. He held Bojidar in a hook for a while. That means a ton. That means an absolute ton. The fact that he could give Bojidar a grinder means a ton for Tony Katowski. There's other little flashes. RVJ took the first round against Sasho. Looked really good right before he ended up losing. But it means he's in the conversation, right? It's not like night and day. They're nowhere in the conversation. They're in the conversation. Now, are they as good as the top guy? No, not right now, not currently. But I don't think it's that far off. It's nowhere near as far off as everybody makes it seem. And I am gonna, at some point, carry all the hopes and dreams and go over there to Europe and beat everyone. It's gonna happen one day. It's gonna happen. With you guys by my side, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna represent. We'll see if it happens sooner or later. John Brzezinski is here. Hopefully that's real John. Keyless123 says England should switch the match versus Schoolboy on the left. Evan's not so good on the right. Yeah, that'll be better left, I think. Schoolboy will walk through Evan on the right. Ermes grasp a weenie says I knew Brandon had a good chance to win when I saw he was a Kings mover. Bet $100. That boy. Hook Roller, what up, Hook? Brian Edwards said exactly though your pronation strength is stronger when your wrist is supinated rather when your wrist is straight. All right. Clint PMK says Todd versus Lachlan. I predicted that Todd would win. Maybe Lachlan wins one round, in my opinion. ESPN 1337 says just eat food. Yeah, that's about it. Jeremy James, Brandon won because he has 60% more table time. He probably does have more table time than Larry. Lorenzo says, tell him how Travis doubted you on how many 4x4s you can eat. I can also, traditionally, I can eat a ton of food. I don't eat that much anymore, but yeah, like when I go to In-N-Out, like I would, yeah. I've gotten up to the point where I would eat 7 double-doubles in a sitting. 7 double-doubles, 2 fries, and a drink. That was like a regular meal. So, not right now, though. Right now, I'm talking like 4 or 5 double-doubles, and I'm done, so I'm like just kind of eating like a big guy. Benjamin Mack, yo, what up, man? And John Brzezinski says, at the tournament. Man, what tournament, John? I remember exactly where I first met you, John. But if that's really you. Hey, Lorenzo, this is where you click on the Adolf name and put user in timeout. Come on, Lorenzo, you got to be moderator here. Over 15 minutes cardio and your razor is metabolized for energy. Your Roser? I meant in this next card. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know who other matches they're picking. 7 double-doubles? Yeah, man. Yes, but if you want to beat Levon, you have to weigh 500 plus pounds. Hell no. I'm 350 right now. Ooh, ow. I don't know. I know. Actually, I'm over 350 again, guys. I got on the scale today, the old school scale, and it didn't move. I put it only goes up to 350. I put it there, and it didn't move. So I'm probably like 355, 360, somewhere in there. Hopefully, pushing back 360. We'll start passing that up. Win that Tim match, and let's win that Tim match, and let's get some J's in Carlsbad when you get home. Says the schmo. Some J's. I don't think I've had J's. Let's do it. I'm down. Jeremy James says, I'm blocking Brian, but this is his last chance. Brian, this is your last chance. Don't you dare talk about the Kings move ever again. Who spread the Kings moves first? Crazy George was the first Kings mover, the first known one. There could have been other people. There's a guy named Hirsto, and I can't pronounce his last name. He's from Bulgaria. He did a move like that for a long time. I'm not sure if he was doing that before Michael Todd. But definitely Crazy George is the originator for sure. Let's see, my guy. And Crazy George is from Canada. He's an old dude. He's like 70. He's been Kings moving and winning the Arnolds. He won the Arnolds like 20 years in a row or some crazy number. Fenry S says, Brandon beat Larry. Larry beat Chance. So Brandon would beat Chance? Wait, what? When did Larry and Chance have a real match? Oh, are you talking about a practice poll where they were still pulling in Larry's power? Anyway, come on, man. We got real matches. Real matches only count. I don't do any time about no practice stuff. We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. Come on, get that out of here. We're talking about practice. The man himself, Roger Cunningham, in the house. Yo, what up, dude? What up, my guy? Thanks for coming through, Roger. Man, just a bigger scale says I need a bigger scale. I agree. Have you watched Spider-Man No Way Home? No. No, I haven't. Constipated Devon says, someone mentioned you versus Larry. People don't understand how good your hand is. You're too big and lean now. That's right. Wait. Woo! That's right. Little belief goes a long way. If Larry is the same Larry that I pulled when I was out there, or if he's around that same strength, I think I would beat Larry pretty convincingly right now. I don't know how much stronger his hand and wrist has gotten, because I think we were really close when I was out there. And remember, I just got off COVID, lost like 25 pounds. Like I was really weak, and we were really close then. So I don't know. Yeah. Eventually, I'm down to pull Larry. I wonder who he's going to look at for his next match. I still think Brandon Allen was a great matchup for Larry. I don't think that he or anybody should regret picking that match. I mean, I know he ended up losing, but it was still like it was just a style thing. It wasn't like Larry was too weak or blowout or anything like that. I think it was a really good match. I think it was still a really good choice. I wonder who Larry picks next though. I've heard rumors of him like looking at like Mike Aiello and things like that. I don't know. I don't know. A good sized name, something like him a run. Someone like Evan Burgoyne would be good for Larry, right? But not Evan Schoolboy. And it's funny because Evan really wants a match with Larry. But I think something like that, I'd have to, if I think about it some more, I'm sure I could think of some better names. Shit, he could pull Mega Mike, my teammate. Mike's been wanting to pull Larry too. And it would be a hook match, guaranteed. Let's see. Good match. Good next. Who's number one in that weight class? Marcio is a monster. I don't even know where he's ranked if he was a super heavyweight. I'm not sure where they put him. I'd like to see Marcio and how's he do with Dave? Dave always beat Marcio, huh? Maybe Marcio and Todd Hutchings. That's always a cool matchup. Or you know what? I like seeing North Americans go overseas right now. Dude, I'm tired of seeing North Americans and Canadians against each other. I want to see us go overseas. So let's do like Marcio and like Machushchenko. Like, can I see a Marcio Barbosa and Machushchenko match? Can I see that? Can someone set that up, please? Ingen. Hey, you in there? Can I see Marcio and Ivan Machushchenko, please? Put it on the docket. I would love to watch that match. Let's see that match. Let's see. Do airplanes fly east to west? If North Americans don't travel, they are accused of ducking Europeans. Yeah, accusations, whatever. It's not like Europeans are flying over North America all the time either. No one's really traveling over the seas that much, and there's just random people that do. I fully plan on doing it. I just want to make sure I'm in that level. I'm not trying to go over there and get embarrassed. But as soon as I'm on the level, guys, let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, I'm not being signed down or held down by any contracts. It's time to fly an arm wrestle. Tim doing it in the house. Derek, if arm wrestling is an anime, who's the main character and who is the main villain? Okay. Right. The main character. Right. Okay, well, number one in North America would be Devon, and that's everybody's favorite guy, right? So we'll say Devon's the main character. And that would make the villain Mazurenko. Plot twist. And Mazurenko is just sending his goons, like he's like what were their names in, or he's like Shao Kahn, he's like the ultimate bad guy, or what was the name on Power Rangers? Rita, the witch, is sending the putties after the Power Rangers. It's like one of those pulling the strings type, right? So Devon would be the main character, and Mazurenko would be the evil villain in that. For season 1. Season 2, WAF Council becomes the bad guys, and then Devon teams up with Mazurenko to take him down. I don't, who knows? Who knows? I'd have to see. Lorenzo says, for the record, Larry versus Brandon was our dream match. It was. I've got a dude from Cali named Scott Kimber that lives here and trains with me now. That name rings a bell. I'd have to see a picture. That name rings a bell, though, Roger. He's probably really strong if he's from California. Actually, but that name does ring a bell. I have to see a picture. Bricknose91 says, now that we're talking about food, we need a crazy eating challenge on the channel, full menu or big quantity. Easy. What do you guys want? I mean, want me to do like 7 double doubles? I can't eat like I used to, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's gone way down. The Schmo says there are levels to this shit. Derek's on the 10th floor. Larry's in the basement. Damn. I mean, I don't know. Like, okay. I wonder, wait, if I'm on the 10th floor, how high does it go? How many floors are there, Schmo? Let me know. What's the highest floor? I want to know how far away I am. Vincent Ray says, John destroyed you, bro. Laughy face. Okay. What is that? Were we talking? What? Oh, you're trying to troll and just talk shit. Okay. Yeah, he did. Damn it. Shit. Yeah, 3 years ago, John absolutely toyed with me. Spencer says Larry needs to pull a lefty match with someone next. Yeah, I'd like to see Larry left too. Derek the 350-pound goofball Smith. Hey. Clint PMK with the $5 super chat says, just because you actually read all the comments, keep doing what you do. Oh, thanks, Clint. I appreciate you appreciating me and sending me the $5, man. I will try to keep reading the comments as long as I can until one day this channel gets so massive that there's 8 million people, and then it'll be kind of hard to read the chat. Roger says, I'd pull Larry Bear. Fat Chicks Love You says, I hope he just pulls in tournaments for a while. I know. He needs more experience. I agree. Osman Balki says, do elephants eat meat? Holy shit. I want to say no. I've never thought about that. No, they just eat like plants and stuff, right? Like fruit. I don't know enough about elephants. They just eat plants. Or like fruit. They're not carnivorous. I think. Elephants are crazy, man. They charge and kill, people. Fenry S says Larry can pull Juju Fu. Juju hasn't been training. Larry would destroy him. Devon Spinning Wheel says RVJ's online spilling his wine and stuff. Tell him to lock it up. Lock it up, RVJ. Come on, man. Can be spilling your wine on stream. Constipated Devon says Larry needs a year prep before his next real big match. It needs to happen naturally. Within that year, he needs to pull tournaments. I agree. He needs to pull a lot of tournaments. A year, it's hard, man. You got to think. He has a YouTube channel to run, guys. He needs to make content. He needs to make content. And that's another thing with the tournaments. Like, if you go to any tournament, Larry has so much pressure on him to win, which sucks, dude. You can't just casually go to a local tournament, like, just not make it a big deal. Everybody's gonna make it a big deal. Even if he doesn't film it, everybody else is gonna film the matches. So it's like, it sucks. He's in a shitty situation in terms of like pressure and him competing. Devon Spinning Wheels, Larry should pull in more tournaments. I agree. You think the Ingen Devon match at 220 pounds is really gonna happen? I don't think so. Evan shit eating grin says Larry needs to get into the state to go to tournaments all around. That's what Larry needs to do. I agree. Mario beat Matt Mask. Wayne beat Matt Mask. Marcio destroyed Wayne. Marcio with prep versus Ermes. Please. I know it's a big ask, but Marcio is versatile and fast. Just need a little more weight, I believe, says Constipated Devon. Dude, I just can't see Marcio competing with Ermes. I think Marcio fouls out. He has such a problem keeping that elbow down, especially against like high top rollers like that. I can't see Marcio not fouling out. Power-wise, I think he's there. I think Marcio's there with anybody. I just think he would foul out. I think with all that up pressure and stuff, either he'd lose his wrist or he would foul out trying to maintain it. Igor's Dr. Aikman. Brandon Allen is a damn good Kingsman versus Tim Doonan. I thought his match with Larry was dope. Spencer says 10,000 calorie meal challenge. Dude, what? The Schmo. Okay, we'll go 12 floors. 10th floor equals top 10. Oh, I'm not top 10 yet in the world. Although, if I beat Tim Bresnan, he's currently ranked 9th in the world. Well, last I checked, he was ranked 9th in the world. Maybe they moved him. But I already know how that works. If I beat Tim Bresnan, all the people that do the rankings and international are going to do is they're just going to assume that Tim is really weak, not that I'm very strong. And so they'll just rank me. Maybe I'll get the top 20 list. Maybe I'll get like 17th or 18th. But I won't be 9th. Another super chat from But Yes. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, do you think Devon deserves any of the hate for the King of the Table match? Any of the hate? Oh, the hate he's getting right now is like that he was like cheating and stuff. No. I mean, like, that's part of the game, guys. Like, one of the things I learned from my little match with Devon, where he like kind of took it serious, right? At least I had a semi, serious Devon. I got to see him taking it serious, and I got to experience all his cheats firsthand and all that stuff. But that's just part of the game. Like, you have the ability to cheat too, or adjust, or play with the rules, or do whatever. He's just better at it. So in terms of him rising and all that stuff, like that's part of the game, bro. Like, I mean, John's been in the sport a long time. He's no dummy. He understands how the rules work and stuff like that. And so there it was an even playing field for that. I mean, you could say that the rules favor Devon, maybe. I don't know, because of the immediate straps, But John said yes. He agreed to it. Actually, if anything, John mentioned Devon's name. I mean, so no, I don't think he deserves to hate. Devon is the best entrepreneur representative we've ever had for the sport. In terms of promoting it and getting out there and helping us. So like my team is like every team doubled in size when the arm bet stuff came out. Like you guys, he's done more for the sport than any of us. So no, I don't think he deserves the hate. I think he did what Devon does. Like if you sign up for a match with Devon, this is kind of what you sign up for, right? Well, you're not signing up for a standard arm wrestling match. It's just fair grip, close your hands, let's go. That's not going to be it. That'll never be it. And anybody that ever has a match with Devon that assumes it's going to be like that, you're crazy. I know that one day when I have my real super match with Devon, when I'm prepped and I'm about to smash, no, he's going to do all that bullshit. I know it. And I will go in there prepped mentally for it, right? And don't like giving too much pity on John. That's John Brzezinski, dude. That is a killer right there, right? A killer when it gets a killer, and a killer one, right? So don't look at John as like this pitiful old man. He's strong as hell. And that's why he doesn't like people like have all this pity for him. That's John Brzezinski, dude. That's the GOAT. You know what I mean? So no, I don't think Devon deserves hate. Nope. Let's see. Yes, 10,000 calorie fast food challenge on your choice would be so entertaining. Derek is a beast. Thanks, Brick Nose. I appreciate that. Janice Megan VOL.FYI. Vol for your information. Volume. Just kidding, bro. You're stronger than John now, says Vincent Reyes with a squeaky face. I don't know, Vincent. I don't know if I trust that now. Tried to burn me, man. California arm bettors, please tell me you're pulling King of California tournament. Us Cali boys got to show out. No, I won't be pulling the tournament. No, dude. That's literally the same day as my super match with Tim Breslin. It's the same day. It's January 29th. So I'll either I'll be in Atlantic City, arm wrestling Tim Breslin, or if I can get it moved to San Diego, I'll be pulling Tim. Either way, I'm pulling Tim Breslin. And yeah, I don't care about a tournament compared to my Tim Breslin match. Let's see. Performance enhancing pancakes. What about Larry versus Ryan? Is that way too much to ask? Maybe Ryan signed something saying he'll only hook. That could be good. I mean, I think Larry would adjust now. I think that's a lesson he learned. Horsepower-wise, if you consider the weight difference, dude, guys, Larry is very strong. He's very strong. Like, legit. Like, I don't know. Chance said he'd be top whatever in super heavyweights in North America. Like, Larry is legitimately strong as hell. If he's that much bigger than Ryan, I mean, shoot, maybe we'll see it one day. Maybe we'll see it. Consummate Devon says, Levon looked so sad when Larry was gassed. He could see the look on Larry's face. He was defeated. Sad face. Clint PMK says, all arm wrestlers cheat. That's part of the sport. John asked those straps after round one. Yeah, he did. Cole Cruzat says, John was asking for straps in the match. Actually, there you go. Veronica Knight. What up? There's my co-captain, Veronica Knight, co-captain of my team out here. Veronica, I'm going to make you a moderator in here because, yeah. Levon actually with a very good observation. I got to watch that. Like right when we're done here, I'm going to go watch that the Levon video for sure, 100%. It's not violating the rules. It's not cheating. I don't understand all these whiners, says Jeremy James. Devin Wheels says, how much can you bicep curl seated or strict? I haven't done okay, I've never attempted strict curls before, like with my back against the wall and all that. I've never attempted that. Seated curls, I'm so tall. I thought it was because I'm so tall, but someone said I must have a weak core. One of the two. Either I have a weak core or I'm so tall or some kind of mixture of both. Because Vitali does them, so I don't think the tall excuse is holding up too well. Either way, last time I tried seated curls, like with a two-handed crowbar, I felt like my lower back was going to explode. It was like quivering. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to shit my pants. I'm like trying to do these curls. So it was super uncomfortable for me. That being said, of what I do, I did like I did 185 for 3, and that was 2 years ago. So that was a long time ago. I don't know currently what I would do. With that same bar, standing with minimal sway. If you guys want to know how much I'm swaying, go check out some of my videos on my Instagram. I've done 215 for working sets of 8, where I'm standing up. I try really hard not to sway since I've ever started doing curls, so I don't think I'm swaying a lot. But yeah, 215 for a set of 8 standing curls. But yeah, I haven't. The seated ones felt like it was going to blow my bowels out of my butt. Michael Coburg, Mega Mike in the house, you guys. Mike Coburg, that's Mega Mike right there with the $10 super chat. Says hi. What up, dude? Mike, Dallas says he's gonna be at practice this Sunday. Get your ass over there. Yeah, guys. Everybody say hi to Mega Mike. Hi, Mega Mike. All right, guys. Here we go. Speaking of Mega Mike being in the house, here we go. Who wins? We're gonna do Mega Mike versus pork chop. So I want to see your guys' votes. Mega Mike versus pork chop. Guaranteed to be a hook. Who wins? Let me see it. Let's see. How much can you both say? Okay. Is it like even older than John? Yeah, he's like 57, 58, something like that. Oldest 10. I don't think Devon would have too much trouble slipping from John. People are upset about straight up the strap, but Devon isn't the same as 215, 270 plus. Devon can slip for most of the world. I agree. Keyless123 says Brian has too much endurance for Larry at the moment. Yes, I agree. But there might be a power difference there. Levon's video is very good. Can Ryan even beat Evan anymore? I don't know if Evan's been making gains or not. I know Ryan has. I'd be interested to see. Al Smith says, random question. Who do you think in North America could give Irakli a good match, assuming the same weight class? Ooh. You had to add that same weight class thing in there. What was it? Oh, Jeremy James says, I don't understand. I just said, who would win, Monster Mike or Pork Chop? That's the poll. Monster Mike, PC, Pork Chop. Mega Mike, Pork Chop. That's the poll. Mega Mike versus Pork Chop. Sorry, I was so lazy. I abbreviated Mega Mike and Pork Chop. I just, felt like doing it that way. I don't know. Get off my back. Mega Mike winning this poll right now. 76% of you guys are thinking Mega Mike beats Pork Chop. Wow, a lot of confidence in Mike. Pork Chop held what's his name? Ian Carnegie. Sorry. Held Ian Carnegie center table and stared at him. And Ian Carnegie is no joke. Pork Chop is legit. But Mike winning 70-30. Hey, attaboy. Have you ever gripped up with Dennis? Says Cole. I have met Dennis. We've never gripped up on a table. I shook his hand, but I never on a table. His hand wasn't super long. It was thick, but it wasn't super long. I'm pretty sure my fingers were longer. Yeah, it was pretty thick for sure. He was not very tall. Small dude. I mean, shorter than normal for sure. Irakli just went over 100 kg. So what's that, like 220? So if he went over 220, that means he's in the 242 weight class. That means he's a heavyweight. That means he's with like Marcio Barbosa. So Marcio Barbosa versus Irakli. that's what I'm going for. Vincent Ray says, you have to arm wrestle Mike Alo or Chance Shaw next. I don't get a choice. Who's PC? Pork Chop. I don't get a choice of who I have to arm wrestle with. Mike Alo or Chance Shaw. What if I go arm wrestle Tim Bresnan and he throws me across the table? You guys, what if that happens? What if we go have this match and it's not even? It's like stupid. Like Derek, what were you thinking? Like it's that bad. What if that happens? Then what? What do you guys think my next step is then? If I go have my match with Tim and it's not even close, what do you guys think happens then in your eyes? Who do I go for after that? Do I I'm ranked 20th right-handed, 9th left-handed. What happens if I just get toyed with by Tim? And guys, me saying this is in no way indicative of me like thinking I'm going to lose or anything like that. I'm just asking hypotheticals. Your next step shouldn't matter, right? Yeah. You go for Sarah Bachman. Sarah don't want none of this. You think having non-natural heavyweights stepping to heavy is good for the sport? Non-natural heavyweights stepping to heavy. I mean, I think people competing is good for the sport. Conspay Devon, Marcio too much for Rockley. Marcio can press, has a crazy head right now, and even has an open top roller Kings moves. Ooh. Mike versus BLM, another poll. Oh, so Mike won this 72-28. Mike beats Pork Chop in the votes. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Let's see. Performance enhancing pancakes. If you lost to Tim, I would eat more pancakes. Veronica says it's good to gauge yourself. Yeah, I mean, like I've said a bunch of times, guys, this match with Tim is to find out where I'm at. It's to find out for y'all, for me, for Tim, for everybody. We're gonna find out what I got under the hood. It was too much for Tom. Whatever I had was too much for Tom. Way too much. So I don't know what to do now. I was just, I threw everything in Tom and it went like that. And so now what? I'm not even saying that to talk shit about Tom. That's not the point. I just don't. It didn't help me figure out where I'm at. All it was a fair amount stronger than Tom Nelson. That's the only thing that showed. So we don't know where old Derek's at, including Derek. So in a real ready go, hyped up, fresh Supermatch version of me, I don't know. And so we're hoping it's stronger Tim Breslin, and I'll be the strongest version ever of myself for that day. Let's see. I'm excited to find out with you guys. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat to find out how strong I am with you guys. Give your head a wobble, hit against the wall a couple times, and ask someone to help with the training or something. Maybe Giannis. Oh, okay, so if I lose, maybe have Giannis Emelins, take over my my training. Ooh, that could be interesting. Okay. Rock Lee versus Jordan Sill or John Brzezinski, maybe even Todzilla. Oh yeah, you could. We have John and Todzilla too. Has Pork Chop beaten any Americans? I don't think he's competed in the States yet. Vincent Reyes, just switch sports if you lose against him. Switch sports? I gotta quit, dude. I've been in it like 11 years. I got a tattoo. I got the arm wrestling tattoo right there. Like, quit? How am I gonna quit? Can't quit now. I gotta just gotta reattempt. We gotta map out some plans, some goals. We gotta set baby steps. Do this. Maybe I'll go start working on the railroads or something, doing some more physical work. I don't know. You can figure this out. We can just quit. Come on. Austin C says, Tim told me he's going to go for the flop wrist, flop arm, flop shoulder, reverse press. Be prepared when you hit. Tim has one move. Man, that man is going to be on the side of the pad, open, and pulling back. He always does the same thing. And for like 30 years, I've been watching all his videos. Veronica, listen, I need you to chill with the 3.5 request. I killed it at the gym like a couple hours ago. Like, I'm toast. I cannot close a 3.5 right now. There's no way. It won't even be close. Robert Kelly, what up, savages? How are the arms doing? They're pretty savage. No, today was cool. I did chest. You guys, so I think, okay, for shoulder stability, I'm going to get a little technical for you guys for a minute. We only have 8 more minutes. For shoulder stability, dumbbell press, like on a flat bench, you get dumbbells, you bench press the dumbbells. I think that's great for shoulder stability. But if we're talking about internal rotation, your pec is the biggest muscle that controls internal rotation. It tries to turn my hand, right? Or my arm. There's also your rotator cuff, your subscapularis does it, but your pec is one of the biggest players for internal rotation, right? So I try working on it. I try working chest a lot. And people always said, do more, dumbbell press. And it hits it, but because it's great for stabilization, but there's not a lot of resistance there. There's not a lot of resistance there. Once you get the weight above you, gravity kind of the way it works, right? There's not a lot of resistance pulling you out anymore. It's just going straight down. So I think a cable crossover has constant resistance all the way till you touch. I think a cable machine actually hits better, not for the stabilizers, but for the the actual pec itself. I think cable crossover, cable flies. I think cable flies can hit it better. If you really focus on bringing your elbows together at the end of the motion, I think cable flies are better. I'm sorry. It's my official opinion. Today I was thinking about it for a while. I think cable flies are better. Al Smith says that tattoo is amazing. That tattoo is a piece of crap. It's, but the idea is great. I like the design, but the execution was absolutely horrendous. Do you think Credentia is still a good matchup for you? He seems on a higher level at the moment. He does seem at a very high level at the moment. But like I said, what if I have a match with Tim and I'm just like, nah. What if I do that? Then, people are gonna be like, dang, baby Derek should have pulled Alex, right? So we'll see. We'll see. I'll answer, we're gonna shelf that question. Do you think he's still a good matchup for me? We're gonna shelf that. We're gonna see how my match with Tim looks, and then we'll have a better answer for that one. Nick says, what up, Derek? What up, dude? Thomas Miles, hope you come mad to this upcoming match. I ain't coming in relaxed. I'll tell you that much. I'm bringing the fire. I have to. I can't go in there laughing. Are you serious? This is the biggest match I've had, right? Once again, I've had these matches with John Brzezinski, Devon, and Tim before, but none of them did I seek out that match. They were all just handed to me. Like, hey, you have this match with these guys. Okay. None of them was I prepped for and ready for. None of them would I have actually called out on my own. I was not at that level, and I knew I was not at that. I was like, all right, let's do it. This is the first time I called somebody out at that level. This is the first time I felt like I can actually win. I'm prepped. I'm ready. I'm ready to climb that ladder and really go at this dude. So this is the biggest match for me ever. Biggest super match I've ever had. I'm going to bring all of it. All of it. Hopefully Tim doesn't hate me or try to take me out or nothing because I'm bringing it. I'm not going to be disrespectful, But like I was with Tom, although I forgot to shake Tom's hand, I think, a couple times. But I'm gonna bring the fire. That tattoo is good because it's simple and can be edited and detailed in the future. And can be edited, sorry. Honestly, start working on railroads, you'll get iron arms and hands. I know, right? Spencer says more likes. Dude, we've been at 60. We only got up to I think we got up to 80 people at one point. Smaller stream. RVJ cutting into the stream, cutting into it. Constipated Devon says, I can't wait until you take over the scene, Derek. Woo! I'm with you. We take over the scene, you guys. Because in 3 years, when we're on top, right? When we're number one, and this is the number one channel, y'all were the ones that were with me, right? Y'all were the ones climbing with me. This was the crew. The members and everybody that's been subscribed and been hanging out in the chat, this is the crew. You guys did this climb with me. We're going to remember this conversation. Remember when you weren't, you're just kind of, and you were just kind of doing some live streams and it wasn't really a big deal and you weren't that amazing. And now you're number one in the world, Derek. I'll be like, yeah, shout out to all the dudes that used to sit in the live stream with me and just kick it on a Wednesday night. It's us. We're doing this together. Austin C, I think rotator cuff on cable machine, and I think static holds are one of the best exercises like Toddzilla does. Yeah. Rock Knight says, yes, sir. Mega Mike and Pork Chop, winner faced Locky. Ooh. Devon Spinning Wheels, you'll sell loads of merch with that tattoo after coming number one. Yeah. It's actually not even my logo. There's a guy named Jay Carlisle who designed this logo. He's an old-time arm wrestler. You can find him on Facebook somewhere. But it was his, and I just always liked it. I just liked how simple it was for arm wrestling. And I was like, I'm going to get it tattooed on me. So Jay's a cool dude. We've been in contact since then. But, yeah, it's technically his logo, but I don't think he would mind if maybe I borrowed it. Well, we need to kick Michael Todd out of the commentator box and throw Tim Breslin in there. Tim's pretty funny. I liked him. Yeah, we'll have beers after like last time. It'll all be gravy. Exactly. Remember us 90 viewers. LOL says it's ESPN. Exactly. You will get the gold play button one day, fam. Woo! I love the belief. Wait, which one's the best? Is the gold one the best one or the silver one? Which one's the better one? I don't know. Devon Spinning Wheels, yes, don't forget us. Thomas Miles, have you pulled many Europeans? Many? No, not many. I mean, I've pulled some. I don't know. What's many? Give me a number. What's many? When I went on my Dubai trip, and Turkey. I went to Dubai and Turkey. Arm wrestled people out there. And then when I went to Worlds, I went to Hungary. Arm wrestled in Hungary out there. And then I went to Malaysia for another WF Worlds and arm wrestled out there, but that wasn't really Europeans. So I've been around. I've checked it out. I've checked it out the level. 10 million subs coming up, some Spencer. Hell yeah. You guys let me know how to do that. Who will win between Evan and Schoolboy, says JP. I mean, like I said earlier at the beginning of the stream, I am team Evan. 100%. Cheering for Evan. Cheering. Schoolboy is going to be the favorite, you guys. Schoolboy, if they stake that match, Schoolboy is going to sell out like crazy. Yeah, dude, Schoolboy looks so legit right now. I have to think Schoolboy is the favorite. Are you doing anything specific to prepare for Big Old Tim? Yes, I am doing specific things, which I will not be divulging here. Gotta keep it kind of secret, man. You know what I mean? Can't give away all my plans. Have you ever met Morozov? I have not. You versus Maddie is one of my fantasy matches. Matt Mask. We had like a fake practice pull thing, and he was way too much for me back then. But that was like 8 years ago. So, but yeah, one day me and Matt will cross paths for sure. That's my buddy. You have enough viewers to be answering questions nonstop, says Austin C. Yeah, well, it's a good number right now. Once we get around 200 people in the chat, I start falling behind. Even at my fastest, even when I'm speaking as fast as I can, I start falling behind around 200 people. Did Matt Mask fingers feel weird when you gripped up? They're long and creepy. Creepy Matt Mask fingers. They'll bent back, weird looking. Or serving like finger foods, and you see Matt's hand go over and grab the finger food all bent back. I'm like, oh, I don't want any of that food now, Matt. Get it away from me. Your creepy hand away from me. Your creepy broken fingers. Just kidding, Matt. I love you. Shout out to Northern Utah Tactical Arms. Did you watch Brandon versus Andre? No. I kind of saw clips of it. I haven't sat down and watched it all. Your next match after Tim should be the butler from Scary Movie 2. Take my throw, man. That guy. That's funny. You are the next Devon, bro, says Max Payne. All right, that is a perfect. It's 6:01 anyway. All right, I'm ending the stream. Is Uncle John going live? Can anybody tell me, is Uncle John going live? Creepy Matt Fingers. Can someone make the name Creepy Matt Fingers, please? Dude, you guys, like I've said 1,000 times, your boy's going to be getting big. Your boy will do whatever he needs to do to become number one. Remember me saying that. We're going to get big. We're going to get real big. This lighting never makes my arms look cool. Urgh. All right, guys. That's the end of it. Uncle John is live right now, you guys. As always, it is 6 o'clock. It's 6:01 for me. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much for all the support. We'll be back on Wednesday again. You guys check out sponsorships. FilthyPowerIndustries.com. That's Brandon Allen's website. AWDerek15 is the discount code. The clothes are awesome. I'm not just saying that. You guys go check. Just go at least look. Go to the website and look. FilthyPowerIndustries.com. They have hats and shirts. It's awesome clothes. I wear that stuff all the time. But yeah, save yourself 15%. Like, why not use the discount code, right? Check them out. NatFitNation.com. NatFit. Jamie Sheldon's discount or supplement company. Check that out. NatFitNation.com. I have another discount code, AWDerek, on there. Save yourself 10% on supplements. He has every kind of supplement you could possibly imagine. Go check out NatFit Nation. And then check out Lion Straps as always. And Arm Sport. What's going on, Arm Sport? I don't understand. Do I have an affiliate code or not? Someone contact Arm Sport and find out if I have an affiliated code or not. They said I was going to. I haven't heard back from those guys. Anyway, all right, guys. If you're not subscribed, it's weird that you're watching me and hanging out with me for hours, but not subscribed to the channel. That's really weird. Hit the subscribe button. See when I go live. More review videos coming out. Lives every Wednesday. And join up in the family if you guys get a chance. Anyway, that's all the weird stuff I'm supposed to say at the end of videos. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I'll see you over at the Uncle John stream. And you guys have a good night. You're awesome. Thanks again.